Hala che spiegato. I'm not able to solve this. How much time has it been since I started? Yeah, it's been 47 seconds. I'm really sorry. I don't know why. Uh, connection got bad for a second and it stopped. See, this is the problem, which I have to keep checking the stream. It's kind of annoying as well, right? Yeah. Now it's working. Even after seeing the solution, I'm still not able to understand like why, what is happening, why. It's so annoying that even after seeing the solution, I'm still not able to understand how everything is working. And it just fucks up my brain. Right? It fucks the sanity of my brain. Let's see the tutorial and like try to understand what this stuff like that. So, so basically, the entire observation of this problem was that to form a palindrome, the number of letters with odd occurrences should not be greater than one. If it is greater than one, then you can't form a palindrome. It kind of now makes sense as well. Like when I think about it now, it kind of makes sense because the worst case can be that the odd occurrence should be at least one or it should be zero. Like these are the two cases in which if the solution can be a palindrome. So yeah, I wasn't able to think of such a simple condition. I was overcomplicating this problem so much. It's so annoying. Whatever. I don't know why how complicated I have made the solution. I was thinking in the right direction. But I was thinking so wrong. Thinking so much, so wrong. I didn't. it was a problem based on such a simple observation. And yet I wasn't able, like this was the code, this was the intended code, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was calculating, I was complicating the solution too much. I was even seeing that what effects does even frequency need to have, and I just never saw that in both cases. The even frequency can be whatever. I just didn't see that. Why the fuck does it fail now? I'm just done. I'm just fucking done. It's still failing now. So so basically my entire logic was wrong. I was I was in my question, in my solution, I was adding the odd frequency itself, and that wasn't the solution. It was odd frequency characters. Like there are how many characters who have an odd frequency, and that was the important part. That if number of odd frequency characters is greater than k plus one, then it can never be true. Why? That whatever one odd frequency character is 3 and k is also 3. That doesn't necessarily mean that it can remove all k frequency characters, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that it will be able to remove everything, right? Let me read the tutorial once more. Let us with all differences is not greater than 1. Oh, yeah, this is true. I was making this dumb assumption of that the odd frequency can only be one, but that's not right. It has to be one character, one specific, but its frequency can be any odd number. Like it can be seven also because it's this can be palindrome BB, then A B B. A is seven times in the middle, and from both start and end it will be equal. So the one constraint we had was if In our problem, it is sufficient to check that the number of letters with odd occurrences denoted as x is not greater than k plus 1. Let's prove this fact. If x is greater than k plus 1, then it definitely is impossible to obtain an answer because with k operations, you cannot make the letters with odd occurrences not greater than 1. Or on the other hand, we can simply remove the odd, we can remove the character with an odd number of occurrences on each removal iteration and decrease the number of odd occurrences. Yeah. If there are no such characters, we can choose any character and remove it, thus having one character. The rules are so tough to understand by I got the basic gist of it. Yeah, so annoying. So annoying. When you understand that you are so dumb, so annoying. But there is nothing we can do except just try. Okay, this So the problem is basically asking us that there are three characters n, k, and x, and for we have to determine if we can choose distinct k characters between 1 and n whose sum is equal to x. That's what we need to get. Now, how do we get this? That's the big solution. That's the big problem. Dalia. So if you get really converted to the power 4, so basically this is close to math. This is before I don't look at the top five. So exhausted. Like I can't even and I can't get a question. I just feel so dumb. I think I've gotten a general idea of this solution of how it should work. I'm gonna start coding it because obviously there is no point in explaining a code if you don't even know that it will work or not. Maybe there is point. I take back my statement. There is a point, but still, at least let me see. Oh fuck! So except basically these first three, all the outputs were freaking wrong. Let's take this condition. 9640 and see why is my solution wrong. Basically, I thought that if n is 5, then the total maximum sum of all its characters can be n into n plus 1 by 2. Right? Simple equation. The sum of AP, basically, sum of all natural numbers up till n. And then the required sum will be that what we want to check if it's available is like sum minus x. Then it basically means that uh, sum minus x, like for example, let's take this condition n equals 5, k equals 3, x equals 10. N is equals to 5. So the sum will be 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 15. Then there should be at least n minus k, at least two characters. No, not at least. There should be, at a time, there can't be more than two characters. No, there can be. No, temp is 0 if these conditions are true for two character or two or more characters. Let's try if it's only equal. Like I'm curious to see what the answer it gives. So basically, the first two conditions are also wrong now, and uh, except it's basically the same. Whatever. Let's try with this one because this one feels more natural. So there should be n minus k characters. So n is 5, k is 2. So there should be at least two characters whose difference is 12 because x is 3. Remember, in this particular case, the x is n minus k. Then n is 5, k is 3. So n minus k is 2. That the required numbers should be no one wait a minute. Wait some because obviously this one for okay. Anyone who likes CP is a mad person. Like he's just a madman. It's so outraging and it's so dopamine filling. It's so dopamine draining. Like it riles you up. You solve a question. Like if I solve this question in the next attempt which I do, I'll be screaming my heads off. I will be filled with happiness. And if I don't, then I will be once again banging my head on the wall. That's how fucked up CP is. That's why I particularly like it because I'm also a bit fogged in the head. So yeah, let's actually understand what thought process of ours was wrong, right? Because our thought process was wrong for sure. Now we just have to understand why our thought process was wrong. So for this test case and 9640, our answer was uh, uh, which is true. Then what about 2126? 2126, the sixth. So 3 and 3, 6, no, was the expected solution. And our output was given also no. Yeah. But our first output was wrong. So let's just, yeah. So let's dry run this to understand. The sum should be n is, remember, n is 5, k is 3, and x is 10. So the sum should be 50. The required sum which we want is 15 minus 10, 15 minus 10, which is 5. Yeah. Then required numbers, which is 2. N minus k, 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay. Temp is 0 right now. First I is 0. Requires sum 2 minus, first I is 1. 2 minus 1 is, uh, no, sorry, required number. That's not right. 1 minute. I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and sum minus I. 5 minus 1, 4, 5 minus 2, 3, 5 minus 3, 3, uh, uh, 5 minus 3, 2, 5 minus 4, 1, 5 minus 5, 0. Greater than 1 is this 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, and 1. So 1 and 4, 3 and 2, 2 and 3, and 4 and 1. That's also not right because uh, we are getting double pairs, which I can easily stop by doing n by 2. Then we won't have double pairs. But that's not the right solution in my opinion, because even if we do all these little optimizations, there can be like I'm optimizing for a word in which n minus k will come always come to be true too. But there but that's not always gonna be true. Like this code is optimizing. This is wrong. This is just wrong because it's optimizing for just two characters. Requires some minus I. Like I'm taking out pairs. And the question doesn't say specifically say that K will be a pair. It can be of three characters, four characters, and even five characters. So this is wrong. Now I just have to understand then what is the right approach. This is definitely wrong. What can be the correct solution? Like this problem seems so simple at first that he has to determine if we can choose k distinct integer between 1 and n such that there's some is equal to x. But I'm not able to do it. Let me see a freaking hint. It's so depressing. 900 problems are so much, so depressing. I was barely able to hang on with 800 ones and now 900 ones are just blowing me the fuck away. What are the smallest and the largest possible sums? Well, the smallest possible sum can be uh, between the uh, the smallest can be between 1 and the number next to it, and the largest possible can be the largest number minus 1. So calculate sum of k smallest and k largest numbers. Compute minimum sum as k plus 1 by 2 and maximum sum as sum of. Why can't they just like explain it? Like why do I have to do this? Like I can do that. I can do that, but you are helping me learn. So I think you should actually uh, make me understand the question and what the question is asking. Like I get it. Yeah, I get it. This is such a good problem. And that's why I'm not able to solve it. If it would have been easy, I would have been able to solve it. Right? Okay, so let's ask our God, ChatGPT, that what does he think of this problem? The problem with ChatGPT is because it doesn't like read the constraints very well. You prompt it first. Read the constraints very well and understand the question deeply. Check the test cases and their respective answers. Formulate the solution in your own mind before helping me solve the problem because I don't want you to teach me something which you don't even know works or not. First, prove yourself that the solution actually works and then teach me. If you are unsure, then just tell me outright. I like to frame. I read the statement carefully, check the sample cases against the internal logic, and I'm confident in the characterization below. I will explain exactly why your approach doesn't work. Yeah, that's what I want. What is the problem really asking? We need to choose exactly k distinct integers, eight between 1 and n, whose sum is exactly x. Okay. The keyword here is distinct, which means different characters, which means different k characters. My question is not asking us to construct a set only to determine whether one exists. What is the smallest possible sum? Suppose you want the smallest possible sum using k distinct numbers. Obviously, it's also smaller possible sum is smallest. I don't know. Like even ChatGPT, he didn't explain that why do we have to even care about the smallest possible sum, but it's actually it's explaining that we have to take. So let's just have faith in his teaching skills and see. Items is k plus 1 by 2. Like this is the smallest now of k distinct characters. Okay. Okay. So the largest possible sum will be if k is 4, then uh, what would be like? It's basically saying that for n equals 10, 1 to n, and k is 4. So if you map it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, the last four characters will be from 7 to 10. And if we see that is 4, k is 4, so the seventh character will be n minus k plus 1. And then we have to go till n. So that's what is. So finally, yeah, like this is the number of characters, and how does this equals k characters? Uh, I'm just dumb. I'm just like for sure. I'm really dumb. I'm not able to. I'm not even able to understand that how this. Like, did he use the standard? Uh, like if it say there are k characters, obviously, then n by two. What was the sum of an AP? So sum of an AP and this sum of an AP is n by 2a plus n minus 1 d, right? So let's think about this for a second, right? We don't need to be in a hurry. We don't need to be in a rush to understand the concepts. We need to take some time to digest it, right? So this is the value, which this will be the A part and this will be the L part. The number of characters in between is K. So according to the formula, uh, S of n is equal to n by 2 and then 2a plus n minus 1t. So if we think, then n by 2 will be just simply k by 2 because k is the number of characters between them. Then 2 of a. So if we do 2 of k by 2, 2 of n minus k plus 1 plus k minus 1 and then d is a common difference which is 1. So this is the solution. And then when we do it, 2n minus 2k, when k and 1 will be subtracted once. So the final will be k plus 1. So this is how the answer came. So this is basically these two are, one is min sum and other is max sum. Uh, n is 5, k is 3. Possible sum 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 12. Why? Uh, why? We can also would have used a formula, right? The minimum sum of 3 is then 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 by 2, to 3 by 3 into 4 by 2, which is 6. The minimum sum is 6, which we can see. And then for the maximum sum, the formula is k by 2. and then 2n minus k. No, uh, n minus yeah, 2n minus k plus 1. The formula is so 2 into n, 10 minus k, 3 is 7, plus 1, 8. So 3 by 2 into 4. No, fuck. No, fuck. Uh, Something is wrong. I used formula the wrong way. Wait. 2 into n, to 10, 10 minus 3 was 7, 7 plus 1, 8. So, sorry, 3 into 8 by 2, which is 2 and 8 will be divided, and 3 into 4 is 12. So, for n equals to 5 and k equals to 3, the minimum sum can be 6 and the maximum sum can be 12. Okay. And now we will just and now we can just check if the in this because every sum will be between the minimum sum and the maximum sum, every sum will be there. Like if 5 is the minimum sum and 12 is the maximum sum, then there will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. Why is that? Because the common difference is 1. So now we can just check if x is in between this range. Like that's what they will do. Fuck. That's such a good technique. I was thinking of about this in like a similar way. Like I was also thinking that let's take the maximum sum and then think about if we can get it in n minus one n minus k characters. And like their intuition was the same, that we had to do something. We had to play it in the opposite way of it being intended. Like it was intended to check if it is possible to have k distinct characters which whose sum is x between 1 and n. But we have to like reverse the question a bit from checking that if n is this, k is this, then what will be the minimum sum, maximum sum? Like these are the ranges of sums which can occur, and then we have to check if x occurs between them or not. So that's what it. Yeah, like now this is explaining why there are no gaps which between minimum and maximum. Start with 1, 2, 3, k. Now increase numbers one by one while maintaining distinctness. Every increase changes the total sum by one, and you can slide the number upward gradually. Like this is the slope. This is the slope because every increase is by exactly one. Yeah. Every intermediate sum appears like every sum appears after one and another. This is a well-known property for choosing distinct integers from a consecutive range. Uh, like most people would never be able to think like the every integer between min sum and max sum will also be there because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till n. Like it's only increasing by one. So in every uh, scenario, it will always be different by one. Now let's see why. Like till this, the solution was actually like working, but then this, and that's wrong. I'm counting pairs. Like that was the one mistake I made with the solution while thinking about it. That I was thinking in terms of two pairs of two, but the question never intended that k can only be two. So obviously my answer was wrong. Obviously. Yeah, I get it, fucking ChatGPT, that my answer is wrong. I get it. Fuck you. Isn't it true that your stream gets banned if you curse a lot? See, Papa was in the stream. What does it even mean? The message retracted. Why can't I see his message? I want to see his message. Like, everything is very fine. I'm just banging my head in the wall while trying to solve these questions. The light has also gone. Ah, let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Can't stop now. Thanks, bye. Be here with me. Long, long means sum will be K, K cross K plus 1 by 2, right? And then max sum will be basically which we created from our formula, which was K, uh, K cross 2K minus N plus 1. No, no. 2 into N minus K plus 1. And then this whole will be divided by 2. This is the minimum sum and this is the maximum sum. Now we just need to see for int I equals to min sum, uh, I is less than equal to max sum, I plus plus, uh, if x flag, let's take a flag because we would have to need to take flag. Int flag is equals to 0 if at any point I is equals to x. We have to do two things. Flag is equals to 1. Flag is equals to 1. Take. Now, after the loop, we will check if flag is equals to 1. Then say out yes, end of line. Else say out no, end of line. So this is the general solution which will work. Obviously, I wasn't. Fuck you! Why is this still not work? Sick term. Um, like, is this true? Like, I always thought that int while comparing int gets changed to L automatically, but I guess that's not true. That's not true. And by your antivirus may be a problem. If you're getting sick term or timed out, your antivirus may be the problem. Try disabling it or adding a current folder to the whitelist. I don't think that this is why it's not working. Uh, let's try to paste a solution from. Fuck. Let's try to paste a solution from here. It's so laborious because of all the comments as planned, explanatory. Yeah, so my solution basically had some problem. Alright, I also didn't even need a for loop, basically. Yeah, this should also work. I'm not understanding why this isn't working. This should work in theory. Like if I at any place gets equal uh, to then sum to x, then flag one take, and then I'm actually I actually want to see why this isn't working because it should, right? I don't even think that I won't be able to stream like long because the light has gone. But the laptop should be charging. No, it's not charging actually. It's just slow. It's too slow. Way into the 200 millimeters of population, 200 millimeters of population, proposed standard meters, which we don't need. So for my own many churches, we economic seats are allowed time of exposed to the terminal to the system, which is signal terminate. For the loop, you're only checking. You don't need a loop. Yeah, I get it. I don't need a loop. I understood that. This was just a dumb way. I never needed a loop. I get it. I get it. Sumit sir will be really angry if he ever saw me like doing this mistake. He'll be like, fuck you. For sure. This is like one of those mistakes which I'm only checking by. I forgot that even like I can use this thing. 71878C. Not status, sorry, submit. So 1878. 1878C. See, that's the problem, right? Yeah, this is the code. The code is pretty straightforward for this problem. The main condition, the main observation which we needed to have was that only, which we just weren't able to think about, that the minimum and maximum sum. That was one of my mistakes. Let's try. That's what problem. Basically, up till now, for the two questions which I did solve, I wasn't able to solve any of them. That's annoying. That's annoying. First question, like, what did we have to think about? In the previous question, what did we learn? We learned that that the odd character frequency for a palindrome should always be less than uh, k plus one, where k is the characters which will be removed, number of characters which will be. Uh, let's try the next question. Next question. It's 801. Uh, let me just wait a minute. Let me actually check. So let's focus on the next question. I was actually seeing if my friend, like, we we trained together in the gym. If he was, like, we had decided that I would text him that I would be coming by 8:15, and if his schedule matches, then we will be training together. But I just checked his message, and he's saying that he is not well, so he won't be coming today. So I can actually also try this question. That's great, and I will try this question as well. Why not? Uh, so he has planted a bomb in Snowden. The bomb is a timer. It's initially said to be every second the timer will decrease by one. When the timer reaches zero, the bomb will explode, dark, and to give the residents of Snowden enough time to evacuate, we need to delay the bomb from exploding for as long as possible. You have 10 tools. Each tool can only be used at most once. If you use the IA tool, the timer will increase by x of I. Okay. However, if the timer is changed to an integer larger than a, the timer will set to be a due to a bug. More specifically, the following events will happen every second in the following order. We'll choose some, possibly none of your tools, uh, none of the tools that have been used before. If you choose the IO tool and the bounce timer correctly is set to C, the timer will be changed to minimum of C plus xi comma A. Okay. The timer decreases by one. If the timer decreases, if the timer reaches zero, the bomb explodes. Jellyfish now wants to know the maximum time in seconds until the bomb explodes if the tools are used optimally. Each test case contains the uh, minimum multiple test cases. The first line contains number of test cases 1 to 2000, basically 20 to the power 3. And for any safe operations, we have 10 to the power 8. So basically 10 to the power 8 minus 10 to the power 3 is 10 to the power 5. We need to get this in 10 to the power 5 complexity, basically. the description. Is just basically VNN. And then the A is the value which will occur if C plus Xi gets greater. Then B is the value from which the timer will start. And what the frick is N? The maximum value of the bomb's time and the initial value of the. That's the number of tools we have. And then the second line will have a vector. Okay. 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 I get it. Like this seems to be a really simple problem, but obviously I'm a dumb human being. So what's the But the one great thing is that, like doing CP is that your problem solving ability actually gets better. Like you are able to uh, think about pattern space. Like yesterday, I was reading the book Sophie's World, and it's a great book about philosophy in which the character receives a letter which is wet and has a bit of holes in it. And so I intuitively thought about that it might be a dog or it might be a cat. And later in the story, like 5 to 10 pages later, we like the guy which had sent the letter basically explains to the character that it was indeed sent by a dog, a Labrador. And I was like, damn, I saw it way earlier than many people, I guess, or maybe not many. It was an uh, obvious observation. But earlier, Neil, 5 months ago, Neil won't have been able to see that. I'm pretty sure. So that's I was happy. That much you can I can tell you. Just also add this in my boilerplate code. What are the first avian? Ah, fuck. I shouldn't curse so much. That's a bad habit. Yeah, sure. Maintenance producer. I'm plus X is uh, the timer is changed with large value. Obviously, this won't work on both. Like, I think this should make it more. Obviously, this is wrong. But let's drop it. 533 now, then 715. Let's actually try another approach to actually understand why is it wrong. Right? We need to understand what are we doing which is wrong. Okay, so I think I will be able to do this question if I just simulate these two examples and understand what the frick is happening. I don't know why I just stand first. Use X I on the canvas. Then for this is going to be maximum time in seconds. Let's go to maximum time in seconds until the remote explodes. This timer is initially one for this for this test case I'm actually trying to solve for this one. So the timer is initially one and we can access because there is 7 so 1 plus 1 which is 2. Now if uh, if the timer is larger than so if it's larger than then we can just see you.
No?
I'm not able to understand the fucking test cases. So let me see the code forces side itself for the test cases. Wait. Like, let's second one, choose tool one to add the second. You can see is 5. Yeah, and the case is by 1. You can see is 4. And the decreases by 1. Let's see this. I would understand the question. not able to understand why they can't infinite times use like just 77777. Like why can't that happen? I'm misunderstanding the question. Like I'm gravely misunderstanding the question. I'm not able to understand what the question is asking me to do. Let's try once more. Oh, each tool can be used at most once. This is the part which I was missing. Okay, so basically what they did was started from 3 and then it went to 5 and then it went to 10. Like this is what happened fundamentally. Uh, wait, this minus 1. Uh, oh, and I really want to come here. Let's just write it as C and then B. This is not the right approach. No, this should be here. Therefore, therefore, X is less than. Basically, we just need to do C plus equals to minimum of x plus C formula. No. Uh, 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 x plus x plus. No, why the fuck am I not able to understand? Actually take actually state of thinking with time instead of things here. Yeah, the worker is actually working. Just don't know if it will work for the second case. Honestly, that's pretty unexpected because according to my calculation, it was working. Why 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 is the solution going to 16? Second is 0, then B is initially B, which is 3, as and B 5 of C, 5 plus C is less than C plus B of 5, which is like 3 plus 1, and then 3 plus 2, but then when it is on 7, not true because this condition is false. If C is 1, and B of I is uh, B of I not B of I. No, once the stage is greater than A. C is greater than I plus I goes out of bounds, and second is plus say C minus 1. Why is this not working and why is this getting such a big answer? And for this, it's like very small. Yeah, oh, Please, please at least get me like a half credit for at least one problem. Let me at least say that out of three questions I was able to solve point 0.5 of them. At least. Oh, okay. When it is so slow, it actually making. Ah. Oh, for the next live stream tomorrow, I would have to change this uh, chat. Yeah, because it's now gotten slower. Like as you chat with just one. We don't have time for this shit. Annoyed, I'm annoyed. Now I kind of get the smartness of this question. Like it's a good question. Obviously, it's a good question. So I'm still so sad, right? It's infinitely sad. Makes me so sad. At least tell me if this worked or not. Why are you doing this stuff to me? No, it has not submitted as of yet. Oh, so, oh, so it will work. It was the answer is just right. Answer is B seconds. Uh, like if this answer is 3 and the LL is 1. There is minimum of A minus 1, which is A minus 1 is why is there y minus 1 to x is oh I get it because like it's always assuming that a C in will always be uh always assuming that C in like whenever this operation will occur C in will C will be 1. If C is 1 then A minus 1 like the minimum should be that A minus 1 like 2 and plus X which is the current value should be actually not able to understand the solution. When the second is minus like 1. Yeah. Instead, Five, seven, four, and four plus four, eight. It's shuffle. The tool doesn't overflow. It doesn't matter when you use it. Tool with value x will always give x extra seconds. Yeah. A is equals to 5 and 2 is equals to 100. At timer becomes minimum or 1 plus 100 and 5 which is 5 now. So since you have 6, 4, 4, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, not 5. Oh, you initially had 1 second was used. Now you gain 4 more. And instead of taking so much time to understand from this, I will just see a video which will make me understand this in a much cleaner way. That should be a better way to approach not understanding a problem. Many times I see that whenever I am like wasting time understanding from tutorials and like using GPTs to understand, I can just watch a YouTube video, and whenever a human explains it, it's much more intuitive. It's much easier to understand. So, and I guess end the stream for today. Right? I learned the 3 questions is what I will say. I learned 3 questions is what I will say. I didn't solve it. I couldn't solve it. I couldn't solve them by myself, but I found 3 questions. But that's good in it of itself, right? And after experience, I will first have to I will first have to understand the solution, and then I will have to go to the sad life. But at one coding, learn 3 questions. I don't want the messages to get retracted, to be honest. Uh, like, what's the mod? I don't know. I'll use around this. I don't know. I don't want to do that. Yeah, bye. Take care.